So we're starting off with our next case, cubic polynomial. So the first thing that we are doing is writing the standard form. So the standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So that's your standard form. Now the number of zeros are how many? 3, is it not? Alpha, beta and gamma. There are 3 possibilities. Okay, because the degree is 3, we have 3 zeros, that is possible. Next is the relationship. So the relationship is alpha plus beta plus gamma, the sum of zeros, right? If I add the zeros, it will be equal to minus b by a. Next is the product of zeros taken 2 at a time. The sum of product of zeros taken 2 at a time, it's equal to plus c by a. And we have product of the zeros alpha, beta, gamma being equal to minus d by a. Right? So if you guys want to, you have to remember this. The way to remember this is, see, with linear equation we had minus b by a, if you guys remember that. Then with quadratic we got c by a, and again we are getting minus d by a. So we have minus, plus and minus, and b by a, c by a and d by a. So in every one of these ratios a is common, and we have b, c, d, right, in this format. So that's how you can remember this, and you have to remember this. It's part of your syllabus. So now we are looking at alpha, beta and gamma, the 3 zeros, right? So let's find out the zeros using our graph, right? Let's generate a graph. So we're looking at 1x cube plus 2x square minus 5x minus 6. So we have, let me undo this. So we have 1x cube, then we have 2x square, okay, 5x minus 6, yeah, it's the same one, right? Let's generate the graph, and we have the graph. So we are looking at minus 3, minus 1 and 2 are your zeros, right? Look carefully. So this is your x-axis, and the graph is crossing or touching the x-axis at minus 3, minus 1 and 2. So you have minus 3, minus 1 and plus 2, right? Now the next thing is coefficient of x cube, x square, x and the constant. Coefficient of x cube is 1, this is 2, minus 5 and minus 6, being represented as a, b, c and d, right? All we have to do now is verify. So for verification, we just have to take each one of this and try to figure it out. Alpha plus beta plus gamma, so that is minus 3, minus 1 plus 2 is equal to minus of b by a. So yeah, we have, it's clear that this is minus 2. Minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So the first formula is verified. Second one is alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus we have gamma into alpha being equal to plus c by a, so minus 5 by 1, right? So if we finish calculating this, you have plus 3 minus 2 minus 6 being equal to 5 minus 5. So when you calculate the left hand side, you have minus 5 being equal to minus 5, is it not? So this is again verified. So we are done with 2 formulas, and the last formula, alpha into beta into gamma, alpha into beta into gamma being equal to minus 6 by 1. So plus 6 is equal to plus 6, right? Hence verified. Okay, right? So here we have 3 zeros, and they have been called as alpha, beta and gamma. Remember, these are Greek letters, right? Just letter A, B, C, D. Instead of A, B, C, D, it's just alpha, beta, gamma. It's another letter, and you need not think too much about it. It's just a symbol. So alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, that's how you read this as alpha, beta and gamma. So there are 3 zeros, and the relationship is this. We need to memorize that, and we verified using one example. So yes, if alpha, beta, gamma are given, find the polynomial. That too is there. So this also will be seeing. So f of x will be equal to k times of x square minus of alpha plus beta plus gamma into x, sorry, this is cube, this is square, plus of alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma. So if you remember this is quite simple. So in place of b, you have minus of all of this. So wherever there is minus, you'll get minus in the formula. Wherever there is plus, you'll continue to have plus. You have minus over here, so here too you have minus. And in place of c, I have this, and in place of d, I have this. And k is nothing but any random number, right? Where k is any random real number. So that we saw all the 3 possibilities, and the main thing is you have quadratic polynomial. This is the main one compared to all the 3, but yes, they can ask you anything, and yeah, you need to know it. So you can see the pattern also. We have alpha beta minus b by a, c by a. Here alpha beta gamma minus b by a, c by a minus d by a. So that's how you can relate and remember. And even this formula is quite simple. If you understand or memorize this, the other part becomes much simpler.